Hello, Pat Skeets here. I'm going to do a page share video with you. I created the website meandmycricket.com, and you can find this album, Flamingo Gardens, at my website. It's Travel Album 36, Flamingo Gardens in Florida. So to begin with, on my opening page, I photographed the signs when we were entering so I would have titles to put on the page. I just did wide wavy borders with flamingo paper that I had. I made some coordinating frames and added a floral that looks like this floral, or similar. And I love those flamingos in Design Space. They were really cute. Okay, the next page is, here we go, trees. As we were entering, there were lots of large trees, so I did a tree theme, added an oval frame with the leaf and tucked this under. That's another sign we photographed of the area, and I found a pretty tree frame here. Did this border under here, added a couple more trees. Simple. This was fun. Flamingos are always fun. They make everything cute. Okay, so I just did a whole line of marching flamingos and one big one up here on top of this. The frame here I put large, and then I added the two 4x6 photos underneath it. This is a border and just an edge border, a deep edge border punch behind. Alright, peacocks. This paper actually is a whole pad of peacock paper. It's called Royal Garden by DCWV. I love it. And this bird, I just sat him on top of this photo. He's embossed and he's like 8 layers thick, so he sticks up. This one I lifted, this peacock, I put it on risers, and I tucked this feather underneath and lifted this part here. I use frames in different ways, so I don't always use them on a photo, so I used one here to fill this corner. This page is pink spoonbills. So I thought I'd do something different. I did a white palm tree with a pink trunk. I pulled the colors gold and pink and white from these photos and just did something a little different. Tropical flowers, palm border, and that one's done. This is fun. I created a swamp scene with this. I did 2 pretty frames for the large photos. There's a pond here with reeds behind it. I put some flamingos around, did a border to make it look like it was still the edge of water, and added all kinds of reeds and grass along there. Found some crayfish and shrimp and frogs, little things to put in the water. I looked up what flamingos eat, and that was it. Okay, pelicans. They're a lot of fun. They always make you laugh. So this is Kiwi Lane borders on the side. I cut this is a die that I cut out in half, and I put half behind him to highlight his head. I also raised this pelican, half tucked under here. And then I had another die and I added it to this frame. Did a little pelican border and a title on some wavy borders. Very simple. Lots of flamingos. It was a lot of fun doing all these. These are frogs from Miss Kate Cuttables, and the sun is from her collection as well. There are about 30 of her cartridges in Design Space, so I love them. I also lifted all these images up, and I used some pop dots here and there all around. Added some grass behind. Lots of fun. There was a huge expanse of orchids there. So this page is the area for orchids, and I looked for images of orchids in Design Space, and this is what they offered. I made a wide border right across both pages and placed 3 4x6 pictures in it. This was a portrait of another couple, so it was a nice one of them, so I framed it and just triple shadowed that photo. This is another Kiwi Lane image. When I'm doing Kiwi Lane, I like to pick a multicolored print and put it on top, and then I pull other papers from the colors that are in this. So this soft green is a printed paper that's in that color for there, and I use the lime green, and there's a polka dot for that, and then a striped background. So it coordinates and it makes it easier if you pull everything from your top pattern. Added another orchid, another flower, simple page. This is a turtle pond, lots of fun. This is a panoramic photo that I put on here. It's some more Miss Kate Cuttables, and I put them on top of, I made a background for it with brackets, 3 different patterns of paper behind them. I also framed this one, and my panoramic, I printed it in 3 4x6 photos, 1, 2, 3, and I just placed them together, and I just used a border punch to give it a bit of a frame, and found all these other cute turtles around. I made a label for the title and put Turtle Pond on top of that. Fun. Okay, this is a bit of a funny story. We zoomed in on this heron that was out in the swamp, and when I got my photos taken or printed, he had a snake in his mouth there. I just about freaked. It was so gross, but it gave me a theme for my page, so now I have a snake page. There's Kiwi Lane behind this, and again I pulled the colors from the bold pattern on top, a blue print and a green print, another coordinating print for the frames, and added a title and lifted it, and the snakes are lifted too. These Proton plants are beautiful, so I found an image of a plant, put it in a pot, and added some of these leaves, and these leaves reminded me of the Proton leaves, so I did big ones and placed them here and there. This was fun. I made a border on the bottom and the top, and I used a border punch. I have Design Space links for all of these pages at my website, meandmycricut.com. Okay, so here's another panoramic photo. This was a pond of storks, and I printed these in 5x7s and lined the 3 of them up to make that beautiful panorama. Didn't have much space left, so I just did a thin border here. And this one I just matted and used a border punch and cut it right along the edge of the photo. Added a leaf behind and some storks in flight A little stork there. Easy. More pelicans. Okay, these are kiwi lane borders along the bottom and along the side. I found matching oval and round frames with these cutouts, embellishments on them. I added some more storks. Oh, I guess they are pelicans. I put a googly eye on this one, lifted it, and I put a orange print behind him just to make him pop. Gave the page a little more color. And these are borders of pelicans that are cute. This place was like a bird sanctuary. So there were lots of other kinds of birds too, and some of them were in cages because they couldn't defend themselves or they were ill. Anyway, I used chevron pattern here, craft papers, a dark background, so a lighter one's on top, and just shadowed these, matted them with different papers. This is a punch around the page, Martha Stewart. And this is a die that cuts and embosses. So I thought it was new, so I wanted to use it, so I used it there. Found some lovely duck images to go with that, and an owl because of those. Simple. And on the way out, they had these massive garden figurines. So I thought I'd have some fun with it. I made a face, and I think that was a Buddha, so I put a Buddha there. The only image I could find in Design Space was an Easter Island face. But anyway, I did some pretty frames, and then these are circle punch from Martha Stewart. I cut it and cut it up and put half here, half there, tucked behind this layer, and a little piece back there. That's Kiwi Lane Designs again. So I hope you enjoyed looking at this album. Go to meandmycricket.com for further details on these pages in Travel Album 36, Flamingo Gardens, Florida. Thank you for watching.